Alrighty. Now for the song that I've been the most excited for between hearing this snippet from the YouTube shorts as well as the highlight medley is No Celestial, because I know that it's going to be kind of like more on the guitar driven rock sound, and especially looking and seeing the teased lyrics again from the shorts. There's something like, I'm no fucking angel. I'm like, I am so ready for this song. So, let's get into it. Let's go.
Fake wings. This on it all tear off. Times out to body the 순간. Just wanna live a real life. 솔직한 내 목소리를 들어줘. And I feel 난 이 순간 떨어져 down to earth. I'm no freaking angel.
Yeah, typical Spotify version gets censored. Ugh, no fun. Fine, I will get to say it for them. Woo. Okay, I do not know the melody just yet. I'm no fucking angel, I'm no fucking goddess. I will say it for them. Let these girls swear on Spotify. Same thing goes for TXT's Lose a Lover. It always has bugged me, still to this day, that the uncensored version will not go on Spotify for Lose a Lover. It's very frustrating. And now the same thing for this song. It's more impactful if they get to actually swear, okay? Anyways. This part! Oh, it's so good! No fucking angel. You know what? This makes me really hope that somewhere, sometime, they get to do a live performance of this song on some kind of program, or I don't know, somehow, that they get to do the uncensored version. Because I need them to be on stage performing the uncensored version of this. I need that. And I hope somehow we will get that. Please. And no press play.
Just wanna show you everything. 언제나 있는 그대로 믿어줘. And I feel 난 이 순간 떨어져 down to earth. I'm no freaking angel, I'm no freaking goddess. 난 나일 뿐이야. 어지러운 세상 꼭 잡아줘 항상 because you're by my side.
Ooh, that song is so goddamn good. Part of me wishes that, I don't know, I did hear, the uncensored version on first listen, because that would have sent me. But hey, I can still easily imagine and just say fuck in my head, so not that big of a deal, to be honest. But okay, I honestly remember nothing of the lyrics because I was just way too swept up by jamming to the instrumental, because damn, the instrumental is so good. So let me buzz through these lyrics once again. So I think, yeah, the gist is that they don't want to be seen as picture perfect, and they want their flaws to show. They want to be seen as human with that duality of, yes, they can be beautiful, but they can also be like rough around the edges. They can have, their impurities, and they don't want to be held to a really high standard that like is way too much pressure on them, which actually does play very well into the World is My Oyster docuseries that was posted. I think it was like 4, maybe 5 episodes of like 20 minutes per episode of basically how the SSERAFIM was formed. And a lot of the content there was showing them, working their asses off in the practice room, working on either just regular training or actually practicing like official choreo for Fearless EP. And yeah, you got to see like their hair messy, them sweaty, crying. You got to see very raw sides of them. And this song pairs very well with like that side of them. Like, yes, they can be sitting in a makeup chair, getting their makeup done, getting their hair done, wearing really pretty clothes, but, there is always that side of in training clothes, hair is messy, they're sweaty, and they're out of breath, they're lying on the practice room floor to rest, that kind of thing. So, yeah, this song is like, yes, I may have like this beautiful side to me, but I am also very capable of having a much more rough side, a much more tired side, or just like a side that is not as picture perfect as you may think. And yeah, I love everything about it. Obviously, the instrumental for sure is what really like had me fall in love the most, but the lyrics I also really, really love as I'm buzzing through them again. And now we will be getting into the last song of the EP. And I do specifically know, as far as like producing / crediting goes, that Sam Elise did also work on this, and I do know that she actually sang this song with Yoonjin and I'm pretty sure it was Yoonjin and Chaewon. I haven't seen that yet because I didn't want to spoil myself the song. Yeah, I haven't heard the song, but I'm definitely curious for it. It's quite a short track too. It's like barely 2:40, so let's check it out.
I just wanna love myself. 난 좋을 때도 나쁠 때도 love my weakness. 화려했던 기대와는 달리 왠지 볼품없다 해도 find the good parts, the good parts. 얇게진 화면 위로 애꿎은 내 손가락만 틱틱. How my 기분은 falling down. Pick of mine, zoom in out. Pretend I'm fine.
Aww.
I just wanna love myself. 난 좋을 때도 나쁠 때도 love my weakness. 화려했던 기대와는 달리 왠지 볼품없다 해도 find the good parts, the good parts. 실수해도 좋아 find the good parts. 이대로도 좋아 find the good parts. 모든 게 so blurry 하나 빠른 Polaroid 그대로는 다르다.
Ooh. Everything is so blurry, but a faded Polaroid, that's sometimes better than the 4K camera. Oh, damn, I love that bit there. Damn.
흐릿한 내 맘을 아름답게. I just wanna
Oh, beautify my blurry heart. 제발.
love myself. 난 좋을 때도 나쁠 때도 love my weakness. 화려했던 기대와는 달리 왠지 볼품없다 해도 find the good parts, the good parts. Like a feeling 나량이 남은 오늘을 wanna share. 좀 흐릿한 낮은 behind with 마주볼 courage 그것만
Embarrassing reels. That's cute.
my weakness 있는 그대로의 나를 사랑할래. 화려했던 기대와는 달리 왠지 볼품없다 해도 love my I'll find the good parts.
Okay, I will say, lyric-wise, this song heavily resonates with me. It's a message that I have seen very often in B-sides. It's usually like, one of the second to last or the last tracks on albums. It's not necessarily like a brand new concept in lyrics, obviously, but I do really like that. Again, as I talked about with what I was interpreting from the message of No Celestial, this one kind of also has that same message tone, but I think this one's a little more specific of, if you were to look at videos of yourself or like photos of yourself, and there's obviously that, social media, very toxic culture of, even if you don't mean to, subconsciously or habitually comparing yourself to everything else you see. But, this song is saying, I am aware that I have these insecurities and these bad parts of myself, but that's not a bad thing. That is something that is a part of me. It is what makes me human. It is something that I gotta learn to accept, and when I do, I can further love myself and be happier for it. And that recently has been something that I have been working on for myself as well, because it's interesting for me, when I was a teenager, I knew of like common insecurities that teenagers would have, and I said to myself, I won't have those. And to be fair, it did work, but somehow, when I reached my like very, very early 20s, because I'm still obviously in my very, very early 20s, the past, we'll say since between 19 to roundabouts now, I'm 22 now, has been this odd, long drawn out, almost slow burn tsunami wave of so many insecurities I did not expect that I would have. And honestly, a lot of it is just to do with, figuring out what I want to do with my life and where I want to go in my life as far as like a career, or just figuring out what this life is for me. And this song heavily resonates with that of, for a very long time, I could not see that, light at the end of the tunnel of seeing beyond the insecurities and hating those insecurities, because I saw those insecurities as bad things, because, a lot of the outside influences were saying to me that, a lot of these things that you have are like bad habits, or just like a bad cycle that you've been stuck in for a very long time, and you have to do everything you can to break out of it. And while I do agree with that, it was still very hard, because it's like that angle of telling me what I do know, but not telling me what I needed to hear in order to actually understand what they were already telling me. So, instead of telling me, like, you need to do this, this, and this, what I needed was, it's okay that you're feeling this, this, and this, and it's okay that you have these emotions in you that you don't know what to do with, and you're trying to figure out, and you're trying to work on, but know that we are here for you to help you overcome those insecurities and that anxiety, and then you'll be able to find your happiness. Then you'll be able to find what you really want. So a lot of that has been happening for me recently. So these lyrics, I think lyric-wise, might be my favorite song, because it calls to me the most as far as like accepting the darker parts of yourself, accepting your insecurities. Like, just because you accept your insecurities doesn't mean you're just going to leave them there to fester more. It just means that you'll accept that darker part of yourself, and you'll find it within you to even love those parts, because everything deserves to be loved, especially yourselves. We all deserve to love ourselves, no matter what we've been through, no matter what we're going through, no matter what we will be through. Loving ourselves is the most important thing, because then we can further love others. So, yeah, lyric-wise, I love the message of good parts, and also really, really, really love the instrumental. Not too sure how much Salem did work on this song as far as like what part of the instrumental she was a part of, but nevertheless, still really, really enjoyed it. Now that said, I shall wrap this up here. So if I were to establish some kind of ranking for the songs, I think on a very biased instrumental level, No Celestial would definitely be my favorite, and then Good Parts because it resonates with me the most, and then maybe Anti-Fragile, and then Impurity is maybe a tied, and then the Hydra. Yeah, I think both lyrically and instrumentally my favorite would definitely be No Celestial, just because it's right up that alley of me just being a softie and a sucker for like band rock, soft rock kind of sounds. But then obviously Good Parts really resonates with me more lyrically. But what a great EP. What a really, really great EP, and what a great first comeback for them. Alrighty, so that was my first listen to Anti-Fragile by SSERAFIM. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button below, comment below what you thought of each of the song, what you thought of the lyrics for each song, what your favorites are, and if there's anything else you want to comment below, go right ahead. Don't forget to check out my Patreon, which is linked on the screen or down below. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as turn the notification bell on and set it to all. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Annyeong!